Please share with us what's happened to your growth journeys in the meantime. 2 years, what's happened?
Yeah, it's so interesting. I even had to sort of take my mind back because so much has happened. But at the time, I was looking for funding to scale the dried fruit business that I co-founded with my business partner, Emmanuel Ampadu. In the 2 years since, we've actually been able to secure the financing, move to a new factory. And I look at the numbers sometimes, and even I'm surprised. We increased our capacity 10x. I don't know if I would necessarily advise anyone else to do that. It's kind of stressful, but we've managed to do it. It's really exciting. We went from a team of 20 people to a team of 100 people, which I always remember when I have to do the payroll. But it's the point of the work. So so that's what we're doing, working with farmers and exporting to Nigeria and also to countries in the European Union like the Netherlands and Germany.
Fantastic to hear, and that's exactly the kind of story we want to talk about. Hadija, tell us what's been happening in your space since you pitched in 2023.
Oh, wow. Who was here in 2023? Please raise. Oh.
Yeah, quite a few.
Yeah, it's okay. So not many of you, but have you ever heard of Mount Kilimanjaro? Yeah. That is where I am coming from, Tanzania. So a lot has happened, actually. When I came here, I was looking for $1 million, and I'm happy that we managed to get funding. And because of that particular funding, we did expand. We were just exporting horticultural produce to European countries, but we managed to set up a factory. So we are currently processing avocado oil. That has made us impact 20,000 smallholder farmers in Tanzania, Burundi, and now we are going to Rwanda. We have expanded in terms of market reach. We were just in European countries, but now we are exporting to India. We are exploring Chinese market. I am very happy with the fact that I get to lead that growth in the company, but I'm assisted by 52 permanent employees. In daily basis, we get between 150 to 200 employees who are coming to work. And whenever I want to give up, I just look at all of them and say, oh, I need to do it. And I am super, super grateful with Lionesses of Africa. You have featured our story, and people get to reach to us in terms of supporting us to do even more.
Thank you. That's what this is all about. Now, importantly, you're both now in a really exciting new phase of your business expansion. So please tell us what's happening in your current funding strategies, particularly looking at Europe, and what are you looking for? This is ask time.
Yes, we are looking for $2.5 million to expand to a new factory. It seems so insane to be already raising again, but actually, even in a year of operating at our current facility, we've pretty much maxed our capacity. And it's really, really hard to turn away purchase orders and clients and new connections when we know that those purchase orders and clients and connections translate to jobs and incomes and higher revenues for our farmers. So we're trying to move from this really great factory that's allowed us to grow to a new factory that's completely built from scratch that will allow us to increase only 3x, which is nothing compared to 10x, and also be closer to our farmers and also to incorporate more green energy technologies, which would be great.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Hadija.
Oh, yeah. So we are raising $6.5 million. We have divided that into 2 phases. So now we are raising 2.5. That is both CapEx and working capital. And the second phase will be $4 million. That is to go into a refinery. We are currently producing crude oil, but there is a huge market for for us to be able to refine the oil. And please join me. If you are looking for a company in Africa, I would say GBRI is not just a company which is growing in terms of profit, but we are also impacting the community around us. The 20,000 smallholder farmers with this particular investment, I'm quite sure will go to 40,000 smallholder farmers, but also we are marketing their produce, and I know that leads to increased income and more employment opportunities.
That's fantastic. Those numbers are incredible. And when I look at both of your businesses over the last 2 years since you were pitching, wow. I mean, that's inspirational. I'm looking at all of our lionesses in the corner here. You're all in growth mode. Look at what 2 years can do. Look at what happens when you go from pitch to meeting investors. And I'm looking at all of you in the room now. That's what happens when you connect amazing projects, incredible women entrepreneurs, viable businesses, and investors. Well done. So the question I have to ask both of you, because, I mean, great stories and some really good people in the room for you to meet. Given your funding journey so far, what positive change would you still like to see to make this funding journey? We know it's still difficult out there, raising funds. What would you like to see change in the way women entrepreneurs can access funding and also get access to potential investors?
Yeah, so I know the landscape is changing. I remember knocking so many doors, especially when I was starting out. Things are getting better, even though there is a lot more which needs to be done. And to my perspective, I would say it's the right time to design gender-responsive financial products. I always say, instead of telling, let's say, a woman entrepreneur, come up, bring your 3 years financials, why not looking at mobile transaction history and use that to assess their capacity? I am from Africa, and I know this is not just a problem in Africa. Majority of women don't own collaterals. They cannot be financed because of that. I came straight from university. I had nothing, only just a business plan, and I know how hard it was for me to convince commercial lenders to be able to give me funding. So on that case of pushing them to have collaterals, why not coming up with so many guarantee schemes where they can be guaranteed? And trust me, if you are supporting women entrepreneurs, if you are investing in women entrepreneurs, you are quite sure that goes back to the society. And there is no way we can develop our continents if there is no financial inclusivity. So we are getting better, but we still need to work on that.
Okay, that's great. Great words. Great words. So we're looking at all of the financiers in the room right now. Let's do things differently. Jules, I think this is maybe a conversation we need to have. We know things are changing, but we need to have these conversations with women entrepreneurs to find out what is right for them. Yvette, what needs to change?
I never thought there would be a day where I didn't just say we need money, because we always do need money. But I actually think there's a lot of funders in the room who want to provide technical assistance or capacity support, capacity development. And I think that's really important. But I think how that's implemented is really making a big difference as to whether it's actually helpful or not. And I think a lot of the times, funders want to do sort of group trainings or workshops or seminars, and these tend to not be that helpful. I think if I've been successful in fundraising the last few years, it's because I've had this really incredible privilege and fortune to work with an advisory firm that does a lot of one-on-one training. And I think we're so obsessed with really large numbers that, you know, the idea of doing something one-on-one or, you know, close doesn't seem appealing, but it is the most effective way. I've just been telling anyone who will listen that I've been crying over a 5-year financial forecast I had to put together, which I could never have done, at least well, by myself. But I had an advisor that I could meet with every week to go through the numbers, talk through my justifications with, have him check what I did. And that just makes it me so much more able to actually get the funding from the people who do want to just give the money. So this is my message all the time. It's like, please can we have one-on-one tailored training that actually helps us understand how to become investor ready.
And it also, yeah, absolutely. Well worth a round of applause. And I think it comes back to what a conversation Jules and I were having earlier on, and the work that we're doing on the capacity development program with AGF support, because it's exactly that. How do you combine both training, which is absolutely needed, with mentoring? And actually making sure that someone is walking the journey with you and you have that continual access to advice. Lionesses, thank you so much. Inspiration as always. I can't believe 2 years has flown, but congratulations hugely on what you've managed to achieve so far. We would love to hear some more success stories tonight, to see other investors wanting to walk the rest of that journey with you. So that's a call to all of you tonight. There are fantastic businesses here, ready to talk, ready to do business, ready to talk investment. Thank you so much. Round of applause, everybody.